stormy day for the eastern seaboard.
Man, oh man, we do. And this is on the heels of the tropical depression that rolled through over the weekend,
Isn't
right?
that wild?
It dropped a trail of humidity, and the rain is going to pick back up again today, just like it did yesterday. But this is bad right here. This is brand new news coming in. At least one person is confirmed dead after Tropical Depression Chantal swamped North Carolina with flooding. It's over the weekend. North Carolina is back in a threat for more flooding today. Some of these areas are a level 3 out of 4 risk on the flood scale for this afternoon. The potential of severe weather is also out there. And it looks like you got that triple threat with the heat back across the deep south also.
It's one of those things where you get the storms that roll through, they drop back the temperature just a little bit, but it very much is a tropical, subtropical
adds the
air
humidity
mass
out there,
Yep.
right? And this is the stretch right here from Chantal. That's a big stretch of rain, about a foot of rain, the darker shades just outside of Chapel Hill.
What?
I mean, that's a heck of a lot.
I know it is, especially for it just being, well, we always talk about it, just being a tropical depression.
Right.
But this thing was weak, but it did optimize or maximize its opportunity as it was right over the Gulf Stream.
Mm-hmm. It turned up to a 50-mile-per-hour storm before it came in.
Yeah.
Looked good on the satellite imagery. So this is a severe weather threat for today. Lower half of Jersey, Delaware Valley, again, right through the Piedmont of Virginia, North Carolina, too. This time it includes Charlotte. It's a little farther down to the south. Initiation-wise, at least for the coastal plain later this afternoon, but you can see the orographic right now. A little elevational. You're getting a severe thunderstorm warnings kind of popping up around West Virginia at this point.
Yeah, it looks like that border between West Virginia and Kentucky kind of lit up like a Christmas tree in a way. And that was only just within the past hour or so.
Yes,
kind of tapping into that environment.
It's starting to act up. And you can see the frontal boundaries is kind of like this. It's diffuse. It's actually not even there. It's a little farther over, right? It's kind of like this. But it's such a weak ass front.
Yeah.
But it's enough to channel in some stuff out here. But
put it as Bob would put it.
Exactly. The big thing we're watching, though, is that southwesterly breeze. It's coming up right out of the Gulf, and that's tapping into the humidity that's already in place right there. You don't need much of a frontal boundary because you've got the mountains right there.
Yeah, exactly. And even with what develops along that boundary, as those storms move into the environment, a lot of times you'll watch them lose their forcing, but they won't today because you've just got this plethora of moisture that's available.
A lot of daytime heating, too. Look at the Cape starting to build
Coastal
up
Georgia, right?
Yeah.
That's sky high.
Looks pretty good. And don't forget, we've got that upper level jet. I haven't even talked about this one. The jet goes like this. You're in a right entrance region coming in right here.
Yeah, which is kind of in a prime spot.
Yeah, it helps you vent those storms, so that's actually going to spur more activity. And look at the water vapor imagery, man. When you see that, you know it's going to be humid.
Yeah, suddenly you start to see the pinks just pop up within the last hour, couple of hours or so. And you also look at that overall flow. It remains at least along this boundary out of the southwest. So that's a constant feed of instability that you get. I know that we're getting at different levels of the atmosphere some of that moisture moving in from the Gulf.
Did you notice this little tut action right there?
So I stared at this at 6 a.m. this morning, and I was watching that whole time. I'm like, how can I talk about that upper level trough? And I was like, I'm just not going to.
The tropical upper level upper tropospheric trough.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there it is. But that's also helping to get some moisture pooled out there for lower parts of Georgia and northern Florida. So we're just showing you that.
And it's a feature that shows up this time of year. You can get the tut that sets up, and sometimes it can harbor some tropical development. But
look at the dew points, man. It's 76. It's Raleigh, right?
Through the roof. 78 down in Jacksonville. So
you got the fuel for the fire.
Yeah,
there they are. Watch these develop this afternoon, man. Right across the mountains and then slide across the coastal plain, and it's going to be big. And you've already got the stuff by the tut down there around Georgia, sea breeze, the whole schmear.
Yeah,
it's going to be a dynamic situation.
It was stormy in Philly yesterday. Another cluster going to move through Philly again today. Right. They expanded that level 3, the moderate risk for excessive rain farther to the north. So that kind of falls in line with where the flood watches have been issued.
Yeah, look at this flood watch, and this is, remember, the same stripe of heavy rain that we have with Chantal. So that's an issue, and you're right. They've actually, the aerial coverage, the footprint does move into the urban corridor of Philadelphia. Yeah. Over Delaware's out there, Baltimore, D.C., Richmond. It's that whole I-95 stripe. We're going to see some pooling rains later today.
Yeah, and given the rain that we saw yesterday, it very much speaks to what happened yesterday, what happened even the day before, and this continuation. Probably wouldn't be surprised if even by Thursday, we could maybe see another upgrade too, because it does look like Thursday is going to remain unsettled.
About the same spot, right?
Yeah, and maybe you get the storms to work back a little farther to the north. That could include maybe New York City up into Boston.
That front, like we said, it's weak. It's just a focal point at this point for maybe some severe weather, but it's really down south. You're capping up there with a very strong heating and the humidity levels. And slow-moving storms, too. So
Yeah.
get some training going on.
Yeah, they don't want to move much. Looking at the clouds in New York City, right? You've got a lot of blue skies, but there is vertical growth. So you're seeing those. I mean, New York is, I guess, removed from where the greatest threat is, but there's still a chance that some of the storms happen. And down south, too, not to ignore.
Yeah, this is tomorrow afternoon. I've got this because you're right, about the same exact areas. That Tut's going to be out there. The sea breeze is going to interact with that. The high relative humidity levels. I mean, every time we look at the excessive rain discussion, it's always the same. 99th percentile for humidity. It's like, yeah, maybe we should get that scope a little higher so we're not in a 99th every single day.
It's going to be a bigger deal when those drop below that 90%.
Oh, we're only in the 85th percentile.
Yeah,
Feels great outside.
Dry day.
Look at this, though. On Saturday, you're talking about midnight, early Saturday morning. Things obviously going to dry on that. But we've got severe weather threat again tomorrow. Charlotte, right down through Augusta, most of South Carolina and the upstate.
Yeah, the threat is probably going to be focused closer to where we had Chantal drop the heaviest of rain. So obviously severe weather is not a function of heavy rain, but
right up through there.
If you have humidity levels like we do, yeah, you would assume that you're going to get the heavy rain with this severe storm.
So you think this is probably going to get extended? I agree with you. Probably up a little farther.
Yeah.
Maybe up in that direction. We'll see. This is for tomorrow through Friday morning early, talking about the flood potential. It's 2 out of 4 on a bad scale, but you're right. We could get up to 3.
And I think if the trends still hold, that Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area, very prone to flooding, given what they saw just this past weekend.
Let's rinse and repeat it. How about Friday? Same deal.
Day 3, less confidence, but we've seen this before.
It's the same footprint. It's the same situation. Winds going up the mountains, they turn into thunderstorms. Thunderstorms drift into the valley areas and gain steam because daytime heating, the humidity is already there. You're going to see another risk of severe weather for that area. So flooding concerns next 3 days. Peaks probably today. You're going to see another return on Thursday afternoon, Friday. That's probably going to get upgraded, in my opinion, depending on what happens the next 2 days.
When you're so far out, confidence is just a little bit lower. But all signals point to another day of some very heavy rain. I mean, you can't. All the flooding episodes that we've seen, each one's uniquely different. But I think if there was one to compare to that we've recently seen, it'd probably be most closely aligned with Chicago, where you get just a deluge or a downpour over a big city, and then it gets overwhelmed briefly, obviously recovering, and that stuff happens fast.
I was watching yesterday. I was coming home from work, and right about here, all of a sudden these 2 supercells popped up out of nowhere yesterday afternoon. Tornado warnings, and there was a funnel reported by Montgomery County, right north of Philadelphia. Watch what happens today. Showers, thunderstorms develop, rolling over the same spots.
You get it over the city, maybe. Fox weather model saying that.
Pretty much.
And more storms. I mean, the severe threat's there. It's not zero today. We're just showing that, so it's a possibility.
And like we said, that weak as front is right about here in the same exact spot. Just in case you didn't hear it the first time.
It continues to bring. I mean, this is tomorrow night.
Yeah, it hasn't changed much on Thursday evening at all.